Hi there, I'm Michael Cohn from Advanced Tubular Technologies, and I'm going to discuss in this video how we handle cut lengths inside VTube laser and VTube step. So I'm going to go ahead and just create a part for you here. We're going to call this part 1, and I'm just going to give it some values for starting. And let's go down to the radius. There we go. Now let's go into master tube. Now I'm just going to enter bender data to keep it simple for me. 2, 3, 4. I'm going to make this a 90, and I'm going to make this a 45-degree bend angle, and I'm going to twist it by 135 degrees in the rotation. F2, F3, there's our part. Now let's go back into part setup. So I want you to see right away in row 25 in part setup that the cut length is still 0. Okay, and the reason why it's still 0 is because I have the automatic calc cut length type set to disabled. So in VTube, there are a couple of ways to handle cut length. One will be you manually enter the cut length or you manually recalculate the cut length. You see I've got these options here in the top of the pop-up menu in this part setup menu. So in this case, let's just say I want to recalculate it. But let's say, for example, that you know that you're going to cut this piece 12 inches long. Then you can type in 12 here, and then it's going to say to you, okay, you can use 12, but do you intend to move the tags or the change and the difference to the ends like this? And you could say, no, just skip this, okay, and make it 12. So you're overriding the cut length at this point, which you should be able to do if you want to. But let's say you know that you don't want to override the cut length, but you want to always have it calculate based on the master data, this shape data here. So you just turn on the automatic part to on nominal. And if you wanted to, you could go on to this particular length type, which would be on plus elong compensation. Now that will include the tube elongation percentage if you use that. For example, you might say, okay, I have 12% of tube elongation in this material. And so when you do that, it's going to automatically include that value here. So now we've got 13.147 thou for the length. Let me just turn that to nominal, and you're going to see that there's no elongation included. So you have those three options. A lot of customers, they'll choose either disabled or on nominal by default, and then those who actually use a tube elongation percentage value in order to accommodate for elongation in the arcs, they'll go on plus elong comp in order to calculate this. However, if the operator wants to take over the cut length manually, then you'll need to turn this to disabled and then either enter the cut length or recalculate it here from one of these two values. So that will explain why sometimes you might have a much different cut length than the bender calculates. And if you do, then it's probably because this setting here in row 26 is set to disabled. Now, this setup is available in both laser and in step mode. So if we go back over to step mode and we go into the part setup, you can just go down to where the cut length is, which in this case is row 25 and 26, and you can see that it's disabled here. So if you change it here, it's going to also change over in laser mode like this. So when you go back to laser mode, you're going to see that it says on and nominal. So that's how you use the cut length calculation features inside VTube laser and VTube step. If you have any questions, please email me at support@advancedtubular.com. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Have a great day.